show up.
Giannis.
Oh,
man, he had
baby.
Simmons on lockdown. He goes quick on Lopez. Tough shot, followed by Simmons.
Nice.
I'm on my way to an island and I'm popping shit at the pilot. Niggas be broken, be solving, but still talking shit like they violent. They say that they honest, how money these niggas gon' say that they got.
What's good? BALLCONTROL Ball Control family. What's good? I'm your host DJ, back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about the Eastern Conference of the NBA, and we just gonna hop right into it. You know, first things first, obviously, a big shout out because we did pretty well on the last video, man. Over 400 views. That's pretty good for somebody like me starting out. And I want to thank every last one of y'all for spreading it, stopping by, checking out the video. That was a pretty, that was my most viewed video, obviously, on the channel. And I want to give a huge shout out to everybody. Let's keep this thing going, man. This channel is getting recognized by the day, by the hour, by the minute. And it's because of you guys, Ball Control family. I want to say salute to y'all. Make sure y'all answer the question in the top right corner concerned about this video. And yeah, let's keep the growth coming, man. Let's keep spreading the word. Let's keep, telling your family, your grandma, your auntie that Ball Control, we on the rise, man. We on the rise as, small, NBA talk, YouTubers, man. We on the rise, bro. And salute to everybody. If you're new, hit that sub button right now. Hit the like button if you're enjoying what you're listening to right now. And yeah, now we're about to hop right into this. We're about to start off with the obviously the East. We're finna work our way from the 8th seed all the way up, because the 8th seed is where, obviously where the playoffs, start. In terms of obviously, you know how this goes. We're gonna start from the 8th seed and we're gonna go work our way up. We ain't gonna talk about these little tanking teams because they're irrelevant right now. We're gonna let them, focus on getting their little draft lotteries. But we're gonna talk about the 8th seed and up. So, as you can see on the right of your screen, you have the Detroit Pistons at 8. And you got the Magic at 7th. You got the Nets at 6. Got the Pacers at 5th, Celtics at 4th, Sixers at 3rd, Raptors at 2nd, and Bucks at 1st. And that is your, obviously playoff standings going into, later in the week at the finalize the playoffs. So we're going to start off with the Detroit Pistons. First off, Detroit. I said in the beginning, before I made this channel, obviously I told some people that Detroit, they need to blow it up, man. Detroit is a team that, they don't really have a set direction now. They probably feel like they do, but let's be honest. Detroit's not going to do anything in the playoffs. They're going to get bounced out of the first round. They're going to make it competitive with Milwaukee. I'll give them that, but Blake Griffin, injury prone. You can't really count on him when it comes to important games, just like Chris Paul back when they were on the Clippers. You have Andre Drummond, solid rebounder. He's pretty solid. Really good big man, got better. I feel like him not being an all-star, I don't think he was an all-star this year. I don't think he was. Somebody correct me in the comment section. But yeah, I don't think he was an all-star this year. So obviously he had that little chip on the shoulder, so he came out of the all-star break blazing, man. Andre Drummond was eating. He started playing with heart. He started playing like he actually cared about basketball. And the Detroit Pistons, they looking good. I like Luke Kennard. I like some of the pieces they got. I feel like they still have player development issues. Like before, they got Don Maker and Luke Kennard and all that. They had terrible player development issues. But obviously they're going to lose in 4 games. This is going to be a little bit of prediction video, but not really. But I feel like they're going to lose in 4 games to the Milwaukee Bucks, because the Bucks is just the overall complete team, and ain't nobody on that Detroit team stopping Giannis. And if I'm Detroit, man, you got to be looking at a rebuild coming soon. Yeah, you going to the playoffs, but let's be real. You can't be mediocre in the NBA. That's like the worst place you could be. I'd rather be a rebuilding team and just suck for the next 5 years than being mediocrity. I said that word terribly, but, I'd rather be in, a trash rebuilding team than be stuck in NBA purgatory. Then you got the Orlando Magic. Now, Orlando Magic, I've seen some Orlando Magic fans getting hyped up that they're going to the playoffs. Congratulations to you guys. You guys finally felt what a playoffs feel like, You about to feel what a playoffs feel like again since the Dwight Howard. But honestly, let's be honest. Orlando doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. They're only in there because the Charlotte Hornets sucks as a franchise. They're in there because the Miami Heat It's inconsistent. That's the main reason why. And they're also in there because half of the East is tanking. It's the only reason why Orlando is in the position they are in. And with all that being said, they're going to get bounced out by Toronto because Toronto is just going to kick their ass. Orlando doesn't have they don't have a chance against the Raptors, so they're going to lose in 4 games. I would be shocked if they get 1 game. They have no business being there. But one thing about Orlando, I'll give them, they're looking promising. Hopefully the management knows what they're doing, because for the past couple of years they did not know what they were doing, trading away Victor Oladipo, even though that was your cornerstone. You traded away Elfrid Payton, but you're still looking for a point guard. And Aaron Gordon, he's a good player, but let's be honest, they almost traded him. And Mo Bamba, injury. He just has a lot of injuries, and he's still a work in progress. He's still a raw prospect, somebody that needs to be tutored a lot more, tutored a lot closely. He really needs to be taught the way how to play the NBA game, and he needs to get bulked up in size a little bit more. But with that being said, Orlando doesn't really have a chance against Toronto. My opinion, I think Toronto is probably the most complete team in the Eastern Conference, by the way, but that's obviously up for debate. That's just my opinion. I think Toronto and Milwaukee are the 2 teams to beat in the East. Now, Boston, I think Boston is right there with them. We all know Boston has struggles and everything, but Boston is still there, man. Boston, they're still well coached. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, so they still got hell of experience. Philly, now I'm just going all over the place. I'm not even going by the way I'm telling you guys. It's just at this point I really don't care. But Philly is an interesting story. How are these personalities gonna click? Jimmy Butler, we all know how he is. Hothead, wants everything to go his way, and he thinks he's bigger than what he is. And I think that's gonna be an issue for Philly going down the stretch. Like, who's gonna get the ball? Is it gonna be Joel Embiid? Is it gonna be Butler, Toby? We all know Ben Simmons don't need the ball in his hands. He can't shoot. So that's also another issue. If your primary ball handler can't shoot, defense is just going to pick you apart. You saw what happened to Ben Simmons last year. Boston embarrassed him. They figured out ways. They put Al Horford on Ben Simmons, and they called it a night. They embarrassed Ben Simmons, only dropping 1 point in the game. So with your point guard not able to shoot, you have a center that's injury prone. You have Tobias Harris, who's a really good player. I like Tobias Harris. Should have been an all-star, but it is what it is. Jimmy Butler, a personality that is really hard to coach, but with the right coach, he should be straight. So really with Philly is just, how are you going to piece together this team? How are you going to how are you going to take that next step? Because now they have the team. It's just, can they take that next step? Is Ben Simmons going to step up? Is Jimmy Butler going to put his ego to the side to win a chip? Is Joel Embiid going to be able to play all the playoff games that they need, or at least the important playoff games they need Joel Embiid to play for? That's the main questions you got to ask yourself if you're Philly. Are you ready mentally? It's not about talent. It's not about, they got all the talent in the world. It's just about mentally. Are you able to withstand a playoff series? Because last year they didn't show. They did not show up at all. They looked like deer in the headlights if you watch last year against Boston. Straight up annihilated them. They embarrassed them. So it's just really come down to mentally. Can you withstand a playoff series against one of these veteran teams like Toronto or, Boston most definitely? See, that's another team. Boston, I would not be surprised they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, even though they struggle. Because they still you got Kyrie Irving. He knows what it's like to get to a championship. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals last year without Kyrie. So you can't count out Boston. I feel like Philly is the 4th best team, even though their record and standing don't show it. But Philly's really the 4th best team. I think Boston's still better than them. You got Indiana, no Victor Oladipo, which is hard, You need Oladipo for these runs, but not Philly. Indiana, they ain't really got nothing to really play for. So, I feel like they're gonna go to the first round. They're gonna go home. So the Pacers ain't really much of a threat to any team. And the surprising team that I'm really, excited to see play in the playoffs is the Brooklyn Nets. And if I stand correct, you know, if the season was to end today, the Nets will play. They will play either the Pacers or the Celtics. I could be wrong. Hear me out. I could be wrong. But see, I know it's the Celtics or the Pacers, one of the two. But anyway, the Nets, the last team basically that I'm really going to speak on. The Nets is a team that has been shocking the NBA world. D'Angelo Russell had a really if there was the comeback player of the year award, just like how just how the NFL has it, D'Angelo Russell should be unanimous, man. Comeback player of the year, if that was a thing in the NBA, he should have it. Honestly, yeah, they probably got most improved player, but like comeback player of the year, like the way he came back, like from the start of the year, he wasn't really taking off as well. He wasn't playing consistently, and last year people were just writing him off as a bust. He got traded for, the Lakers thought they had something to Lonzo Ball, and I like Lonzo Ball, as you know in my last video with the Chicago Bulls video. Go check it out if you haven't, but I like Lonzo Ball, but come on now, D'Angelo Russell's just playing way better than him. But so D'Angelo Russell had all these little setbacks, all these little things going on. He still came back this year and went on a tear through the league, and he became an all-star this year. So D'Angelo Russell, if there was a comeback player of the year, I feel like he should have it. And the Brooklyn Nets, I think they're a team that's gonna really impress a top-tier playoff team, like maybe the Celtics. If they go against the Celtics, I think they could take Boston to 6 games because they have the talent, they have the young players, but they do got a lot of inexperience. So I wouldn't be surprised if Boston swept them, or beat them at 5. But I feel like Brooklyn, that's going to be a team that people going to really be pay attention. They're going to pay attention to that team when it comes to playoff time, man. That's a team that everybody should really be paying attention to, especially when it comes to these Eastern Conference, playoffs. Like, they're a wild card in my opinion. But anyway, overall, if I really had to come down who's going to go to the Eastern Conference, finals, my money would be on, if I was to bet, but I don't condone gambling. So if you're out there, don't gamble. But if I was to bet money, I would probably say Toronto and Boston. Now, you're probably going to be like, DJ, why are you saying Toronto and Boston? Like I said earlier, Boston, even though they're struggling, they're still a experienced team. They know what it takes to get to a Eastern Conference championship. Hell, they know what it takes to get to a finals. Can't sleep on these experienced teams. They struggle in the regular season, but that's the regular season. You know what time it is when the playoffs come. That's when everything is serious. So I got my money on Boston and Toronto. And Toronto, they got Kawhi Leonard, man. That's somebody that people keep overlooking. Yeah, I get the Bucks got Giannis. Giannis is in my opinion, lock at number 2, maybe number 1 MVP in the league. If I was the MVP, award giver, I would probably give it to Giannis. But at the same time, you can't deny James Harden, man. He came from 11 seed to 15 seed, all the way back up to the top seed of the West, man. Not number 1, but in the top 5. So I wouldn't be surprised James Harden get that MVP. I would not be mad at all because that's well deserved, man. He deserved back-to-back. But Giannis, if he gets it, I wouldn't be mad either. They both deserve it, hands down. But anyway, Boston, you got to realize, man, experience kill everything, man. Experience kill everything. And with all that experience that they had, especially the players that had experience, like Al Horford been to the Eastern Conference Championship, so he knows what it's like to get deep in the playoffs. Kyrie been to a finals. He won a championship. Jason Tatum been to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's still young, but he still kind of has a sense of what it takes. Jaylen Brown has a sense of what it takes. These guys know what it takes, man. Gordon Hayward been to the playoffs before. So, these guys know what it takes to get, when it's time to lock in and load. And don't forget, they got one of the best minds in basketball, and Brad Stevens as their head coach. So you can't count on Boston, man. And like I said earlier with Philly got a lot of mental issues and a lot of personality issues. They ain't got talent that shoots, and Ben Simmons still can't shoot. So if you're going against Boston, they just gonna annihilate them again. So I don't see Philly doing anything. Milwaukee, I feel like Milwaukee needs one more year and they can do it. I know that's like, but DJ, look what they're doing now. I get that 100%, but you gotta realize again, it's the East ain't as, I feel like the East this year isn't as strong as what it was last year. That's just my humble opinion. I feel like they're not as strong as last year was. On top of that, you know, LeBron left. So, but yeah, Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee will go to the second round, but they're gonna go home when they go against Toronto or Boston. So that's just my opinion for, you know, these Eastern Conference playoffs. You know, so y'all can comment down below. Who do you got going to the Eastern Conference Finals? Who do you have? I have Toronto and Boston. That's my personal opinion. So no negativity in the comment section trying to roast me and shit. Cut that out. Just stop typing real quick. Just stop and just listen to my opinion. If you don't like it, respectfully disagree. Nobody got time to hear you complain and hate, because that's just a waste of time. But yeah, y'all comment down below. Answer the question in the top right corner. It's probably going to be the same question, like, who do you have going in the East? So y'all answer that question. Give me some feedback, you know, in the comment section. And I want to thank everybody for checking out the video. And thank you for showing so much love in that last video. That really meant a lot to me. I was hyped. I was geeked up the whole weekend over that. But yeah, I'm going to be posting videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Monday y'all going to see this video, obviously. Then I'm going to post one on Wednesday. I'm going to post one on Friday. I need those, like, days in between to kind of, like, rejuice, think of new ideas, come up with new video ideas and shit. Focus on school and all that. But, hey, this channel about to blow up, man. All y'all day ones, I'm gonna be remembering y'all when we hitting 100K and all that. I'm gonna be remembering y'all 100%. I'm gonna write down everybody's name. So y'all make sure y'all spread this channel now. We're at 70 subs. So, hey, when we blow up, I'm gonna remember everybody that was here at 70, bro. For real. But hey, y'all comment down below who y'all think gonna win the Eastern Conference Championship. Who y'all got going? Is there a team that I don't know about? Hell, if you got the Detroit Pistons going to the Eastern Conference Finals, put them down there. But hey, that's it. Salute to everybody at home. Salute to everybody watching the video. I'm your host, DJ. I'm out.
You got nothing left to give. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it.